Page 321 is the one at the bottom of the page called Still, Still, Still. A very famous piece done around Christmas time. Beautiful melody. Here you're making up the accompaniment using both hands, and a singer or another instrument is playing the melody. But again, I like to hear the melody. Now we're 3 flats. The last chord is an E flat. You see the fine at the end of the first line? That's the last chord. Where the fine, that's it. It's E flat. We're in E flat major. Anyway, common time. I don't like this fingering. You can use it if you want to. I just don't like walking around like that if I don't have to. If you look at all the notes in the first 2 measures of the melody, you have that. It's an E flat chord in extended position. Extended position is where you take this chord that you normally do and you extend it out to the octave here, and then you play all the notes. And that's the fingering for it. So that's the fingering I want to use for the first 2 measures. So it's here. I got it all without moving my hand at all. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. That's the melody. Okay. The DC fine, remember, go back to the beginning and go to fine and okay. Now I want to make sure I know what the chords are. So we'll just do the chords. We have an E flat chord here. Hopefully you know what an E flat chord is by now, or you really need to go back through this book again. There. A C minor chord. Now we have an F minor chord, but they want the A flat on the bottom. I think we're down here. So here. And then a B flat 7 chord. Well, the B flat is here, and a minor 7th is a whole step below the tonic, was here, here, and then an E flat chord. It's a 5/7 chord. Now going on, measure 5, back to the B flat 7, E flat, B flat 7, E flat. Well, that's fun. So really, that second line is no big E, it's both. Okay. Now I want to hear the harmony with the melody. Let's see if I can do that. Here. We have E flat, C minor, F minor with an A flat on the bottom, B7. Now it's just B flat and E flat, B flat. To it is a little heavy down here the way it's written. We need to do something with that, and that's what they're telling you here. They're showing you the pattern they want you to use. So the first pattern, it's you're just playing the root in the left hand, whatever the name of the chord is, and you're doing a broken chord in the right hand. Here, so it's, in the second measure, you're doing the same thing with C minor chord. Give you the notes here for these next measure. And then in the second line, they don't give you anything. It's kind of looks like you have a choice. Do the same pattern as you did in the first measure. Here's where it's set. Here. Because that's the chord, right? Here. You don't want to be down this low, then use that one instead. I can do that. Here, and then here. Here. That. Or for the second line, if you'd rather use the pattern they're giving you in the third measure. This oom-chuck pattern, just use those chords. So measure 5, it's this chord, but it's oom-chuck. For some variety, and they're not saying nothing, I don't know what to do. I just make it up. try those different things out. Now, just to make it interesting, as if it isn't already, they want you to transpose this to D major. Now, have a drink if you need to. I don't know. You're in E flat. We're going to go down a half step to D major. As far as the melody goes, each note goes down one note. Instead of a B, it's an A. And I'm going to play F sharps, G sharps, F sharps and C sharps. Those are the black keys. Otherwise, it's just that. And I'm going to do, a D chord. Remember, that's just a broken chord, so instead of an E flat chord, it's a D chord. However you finger it, you choose it. I don't care. And do it again. So that's the melody. As far as the harmony goes, it's easier if you know the numbers, in my opinion, because there's the one chord. The C minor chord, what is that? Well, it's a 6th chord. However, you can also just take the letters down one. So instead of E flat major, I'm going to go to D major, going down a half step. D major. And instead of a C minor, I'm going to go to B minor. So each note goes down a half step. Here, here, and here. And then F minor, instead of F minor, I'm going to go down to E minor. It's here. But instead of an A, I'm going to G on the bottom. Here. And then the B flat is here, 7 is here, but each note just goes down here. So it's really an A7 here. And then D. Then I'm going back and forth between the A7 and the D. The second line. So we have a B. A7 and then D. The second line, again, we're going back and forth between the A7 and the D. And back to what you were doing before. You can knock yourself out with that. You can use the same pattern if you want, but you have the chord, and the D is here. You come down. Whatever it is, you can play around with it.